Looking for a really awesome and amazing graphic designer? How about an illustrator or a photographer? This is Raini Roberts, and I wanted to tell you how you can get my designer, illustrator husband, Scotty Roberts, to work for you on your project. Do you have an awesome self-published book but no cover, or even worse, a cover that really sucks? Do you need a kick-ass logo for your company or some f***ing awesome graphic designs for your ads or website? Then get in touch with my husband for the best f***ing awesome kick-ass design and illustration. He knows his stuff, and he's been at this for more years than I've been alive. Go to scottallenroberts.com. That's Scott with 2 T's, ALANROBERTS.com to take a look at his online portfolio of work, or call 651-468-8115. Now go out and kick some ass with some kick-ass graphic design.
Hire my dad, so he can take me to Disneyland.
Well, hey, happy Sunday morning, folks. This is Scotty Roberts. This is not the Intrepid radio program. And you can see the logo down in the corner there. We've changed. We are now Odyssey Radio. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that now that it's all said and done. And my lovely wife, Raini, may be joining us. She just staggered through the room in her undies and a tank top. So I think she's going to get dressed. And then Ellery's telling me, shh, I'm apparently not supposed to tell you that. So happy Sunday to me. And all of you, good morning. Glad to see you. It's all the boys so far. Do we have any women folk in the chat room yet this morning? I haven't seen any quite yet from what I've seen so far. But it's a nice, brisk morning here. Just a second, I'm going to find out what's our temp today. Hey, Siri, what's the current temperature?
It's -6 degrees outside.
It's -6 degrees outside. How about that?
It's -6 degrees outside.
Thank you. So it's cold. It's a nice sunny day. Not a cloud in the sky. I stepped outside, took some garbage out this morning, and it was brisk, to say the least. But at least the sun's shining and the sky's blue. So I got the chat room all stoked up here. Mike is a little hot, says Matt Finn. Oh, somebody has messed with my settings. Hold on. Wow. I hope that's better. Just 2 days ago, I recorded a little voiceover, and my mic was at 12 o'clock. I just looked at it just now, and somebody had cranked it all the way over to 12:30, if you will, 6 o'clock. So I hope that sounds better. I think it's all adjusted just fine. Gain is back down. And that's a lot better. That's good to hear. And, this morning, I got a million things I can talk about. The problem is, I don't want to wax too political. I don't want to get into politics. I get so tired of politics. What? Oh, okay. Mom wants me to know it's 57 degrees down here. So, it's funny. Our upstairs floor of the house is always nice and toasty. But down here, there's a 1 meter for the temperature in the house, and it's upstairs. A sensor, I should say, and which is kind of dumb. There's not a sensor down here. And so if it's warm upstairs, it turns the furnace down. But then it turns it down here too, and it's icy cold down here sometimes. So let's see. I won't argue on that, Scotty. Politics can get too acidic. Ain't that the truth, Matthew? It gets crazy, and it's overdone. And I think people are. I think I will say this: if you look at like the Canadian trucker thing, I think that is a reaction that you are getting all around the world to politics, and this has really been borne out by the pandemic, and it has created this kind of response from people after 2 years of this. I just put up a post this morning over on my Facebook, and I thought this was really good. This was on Bill Maher's show. Bill Maher, who is a classic liberal, who is very common sense these days, coming down to things. But Bill Maher had said, people are understanding this is about something more than just vaccine mandates. This is about the Canadian trucker protests. And he said, it's becoming a big thing. It's happening all over the world right now. And these are freedom convoys he's talking about that have already been banned in France and in Belgium and Austria. And Maher mentioned that the Department of Homeland Security here in the United States, their report of a potential trucker protest on Sunday near the SoFi the SoFi Stadium where they're going to have the Super Bowl today, that there's a rumored demonstration in D.C. for later in March. And he had a guest on, Vivek Ramaswamy. And he's an entrepreneur in the healthcare and the technology sectors. And he backed Maher's point and added, now this is all why politics, to me, is starting to become just so tiring. And I know over on Odyssey Radio and Mojo 50, Rocky Stucci, Ron Phillips, same thing. That's why they don't do politics anymore. We touch on it in our personal stuff, but not on the shows anymore. It just gets to be too much. Now, Ramaswamy said, if you think it's about vaccine mandates, this trucker thing, or white supremacy, you're missing the whole point. He says this isn't left or right-wing issues. He's the author of the book Woke Inc., Inside Corporate America's Social Justice Scam. And he said this is about an uprising of everyday citizens in democracies around the world. It's not just Canada. It's not just the United States. It's Western Europe, too, rising against the biggest threat to actual democracy, which I think, he says, is the rise of this managerial class in democracies all around the world that are crushing the will of everyday people through bureaucracies. And it's the same people, by the way, he says, who staff corporate boards of directors, who end up as associate deans of universities, and then end up being appointed as diplomats abroad. And these are the unelected class of leaders that ultimately, I think, are using the bureaucracy's power to support the will of everyday, not only Americans, but Canadians and Western Europeans too. And that's why we're seeing a fusion of both the left and the right now. Here saying that actually we want our voices heard. And he went on and he said that we want to be able to speak without the fear of putting food on the dinner table. And you know what? The beautiful thing about a democracy is that so far, thank God, this has been a peaceful set of protests, no matter how the press wants to, or Trudeau of Canada wants to color it. And he says, I hope it stays that way. That's part of the messiness of democracy. The messiness of democracy. That's part of what makes it beautiful, that the will of the people is there and they can speak it. So this is why I think I've grown really tired of politics, just as everybody else has. They said, we're done with this. Why do you think? I think the trucker thing going on right now and the things like these that you're seeing around the world, this is all stuff. This is like the January 6th thing that the left in this country likes to build up as being, oh, the worst thing that ever happened to us. What a bunch of bunk. It was people getting tired of their voices not being heard. Yeah, there were some extremists in that crowd, obviously. But, you're talking about a handful, under 200 people, as opposed to the 500,000 people that were there on January 6th. So it's people tired of not being heard. And I think that's why, as political as that whole last segment there may have sounded, this is why I get tired of talking about politics. I can from that time to time. There's things I want to say from time to time. There's posts I put up on my social media from time to time. But this show, Intrepid Radio, as we go forward, is not going to be about politics. I'm going to avoid it as much as possible. So, anyway, I'm looking at my chat room. Robert V., good to see you. You're at work and you're listening. Susie Q, how you doing? I thought of you a little earlier. I wonder if I'll see Susie Q this morning. So good to see you in the room. And anybody I missed, if I missed you, I just haven't seen you yet. So Matt Finn said, people shut down. Here, let me get over to my comments in the right window here. Matt Finn said, people shut down the globalist Great Reset. Now the rats are trying to escape the sinking ship. These dudes brought this upon the people, and we won't forget. And you're absolutely right about that. I think, and to me, this isn't politics. This is just current events. This is the world is really starting to rebel, if you will. And without using the proper, I'm not talking about revolution. I'm talking about people are standing up and saying, hey, shut up. It's my turn to talk. You listen to me. I put you in power. And especially, well, here in the States, especially, where people are elected. And so the closest I'll get to politics today is to ask you, how's that Biden administration working for you? Okay, moving on. Scott Allen, good to see you. Glad you're here. By the way, everyone, I think Rainey is going to be joining me at some point throughout this broadcast. I'm not sure when. So if you want to see more Rainey, just let your voice be heard. We'll get her in here. She's been so busy lately that when I do a show, it's like, oh my God, I got to get up. There's so much going on all the time. She's running all the time. She's busy all the time. And so, if we can get her in here today, I'll be a happy man. So I don't see much of her these days. Well, I mean, I see her all the time. She's over there most of the time or running somewhere. Like last night, she went grocery shopping late in the evening, and she took Ellery with her. Flynn and Rowan were off doing overnights with friends at a friend's house. And so Ellery and Mom went grocery shopping around 6:30, 7 o'clock. And around about 10:15, I'm like, man, where is everybody? And so she didn't get home till about 10:15-ish, something like that last night, and said, whoa, we were just having fun shopping. And Rainey grocery shops by going to Cub Foods, which is a big chain up here. I don't know if they're everywhere where you are, or like a Kroger's and things like that. So she goes to Cub Foods, then she goes over to Aldi's, and then she goes over to some other place. I don't know if it's Walmart or somewhere else. She goes to these 3 different places because the 3 different places have different prices and different qualities of things that she wants to get. Or she does her gluten-free stuff, and she can only get that at certain... Target. She goes to Target, their food place. So she was up late last night, but she did stagger through here in her undies. So we'll see if she makes it over here in front of the camera. And I have Field Guy says, Wally World Boo. Here in Somerset, Wisconsin, we've got a little Econo Foods, which was bought up. It's one of the local chains, but everything here is like super expensive compared to everywhere else. So we'll go over to New Richmond, go to the Walmart. That's the next biggest store, and it's a grocery store, and their prices are better. But now that we're in Somerset, which is halfway between where we lived in New Richmond last year, halfway between that and the Minnesota border, Stillwater, Rainey just goes over to Stillwater, the Cub Foods, much better. Outskirts of the big metro area. So that works. Yeah, you got a shot there because it's right there. There it is, Fieldy. So, yeah. By the way, if anybody wants to come in here this morning and say a few words right here, this is the link. All you got to do is click on that link, and that'll get you into the show, right here into the studio. Now, I want to give you a little update on Intrepid Radio's relaunch. Now, as you know, it was back early October. Just one day, I just pulled the plug and said, I'm going on hiatus. There was a lot of stuff going on here, a lot of family stuff, a lot of too much time, and it was becoming ridiculous to try to juggle everything. And so I said, something's got to give, and the radio show had to give. And I said back then, I'll be back. It's just, we just got to get a better situation put together and so on. And it was at the end of October when Rocky Stucci came up here from Texas, where he moved to. We always do the Renaissance festivals, their feast, their Phantom's Feast at Halloween time. And we would be brought on by the Feastmaster, Jim Cunningham, to come in and do a ghost tour, a ghost hunt, if you will, a mini investigation of the Renaissance Festival grounds. Now, if you go look up anywhere on social media, look up the Minnesota Renaissance Festival and find pictures of the place, you're going to see what the place is like. It's been there 50 years, something like that. And it has been, the grounds are sitting on top of a quarry. And the Stone Quarry owns the place. And the Renaissance Festival leases it out. They've been leasing it every year for 40 plus years. And it sits on top of that. The whole place is a big oak grove. There's also, for those of you who are in the know about this stuff, the Renaissance Festival sits on, they say, the intersecting of ley lines. And so now some people are saying, the people that are in the know of that have been out at the festival for years, are saying they felt that was weakening a bit, and there was a reason for that, and I couldn't tell you why. Hey, Zonron, good to have you in here. Trying to see your picture. I'm not sure who that is. That's not the Ron, is it? Unless Zonron, you're Ron, and you're the Ron. Hey, Leslie Hoker. And so when I saw Rocky came up in October for the Renaissance Festival grounds ghost investigation, Ron Phillips came with him, and we got to talking. And I said, I want to get my show back up and running. And this was just a few weeks after, 2-3 weeks after I had pulled the plug on it last October. And they said, we want you on, just hang on. They said, you can't say anything yet. And that's why I said, folks, when I announced it on some of the rare shows I did, I said, folks, there's stuff in the works. That's all I can say. Well, that was them buying out Odyssey Radio. And Russ Haslage has his company, the Federation, which is a Star Trek-based company, but they also do community service, all of that kind of outreach. I think you can go to thefederation.com or trekfederation.com is Russ's website. He was bought out by Ron, and I don't know exactly all the inner workings of it, but they bought out Odyssey Radio. And so now it used to be odyssey1.com. Remember that, the website? You can see down in the scroll bar below. It's now odysseyradio.com. You can go over there. And this was just done like a week ago. that this was bought out a week, or was it 2 weeks now? And Ron asked me if I would put together some of the archives of the old Intrepid radio show that they can play, which I've done. There will be, at least all this coming week, there will be an archive up every day that you can hear at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. every day. There'll be a new show. So twice a day. Right now, the site is not ready for public view. They're still lining up all their shows and getting the schedule filled out. So you can go over to odysseysradio.com, and that's Odyssey spelt differently than the way you actually spell it. ODYSY radio. So odysseysradio.com. There's a little player you can click on there, and you'll hear whatever's live streaming at the time. Sometimes there's the old Odyssey radio had old time radio shows and stuff like that. They're filling the gaps with that stuff right now, while they're getting all these shows lined up that are coming online over there. And so you can hear archives right now. Do you remember the little mini series we did of about 6 episodes on the Jinn? Well, I've got that series is playing an archive every day this week, and it's a lot of fun. And so I think you'll enjoy that. And so go on over at either 9 or at 9 a.m. or 9 p.m. You're going to hear that. There's also, you can go to this link. This is at Spreaker. There's only the first archive episode up there right now, and there'll be, as the week goes on, there'll be more, and as we do live shows, those will start. But if you go to this link, wow, that's a long link when I paste it. There it is. You can go see my show through Odyssey Radio, and you can play any of the archives there at any time you want to play them. So there you go. So there's the update for what's going on with the show. We're not starting out live tomorrow, which was kind of my first target. Ron was like, hey, if you can hold off going live, let's get this whole thing launched. So they're in the throes right now. Ron and Rocky over at Odyssey Radio, getting Odyssey Radio all set for the public. So Field Guy says he's never been on Spreaker before. Go check it out, Field Guy. It's pretty nice. Grumpy Stack asks, can you do a Nephilim series on Odyssey? I can. As a matter of fact, Odyssey is going to be a network. Well, it's a radio station. It's not even a network. It's an actual radio station. That is going to be solely focused on paranormal, the weird, metaphysical, historical mysteries, conspiracies, things like that. There's not going to be the political talk. And I think even my own daughters, sometimes they're mistaken. They don't want to listen to my show because they don't like my politics. They're on a different end of the spectrum than I am, which is fine. And but they, along with a lot of people, think all I do is talk politics, and I don't. It's because I used to talk politics all the time. Hey, may I say affectionately, Mike Yehudi? Good to see you, brother. Glad to see you in the show. Delaney Pearl Jones is here. Good to see you, Delaney. Glad you're here. It's Project Skyfalls. Nice to see you as well. Just getting caught up on people coming on into the show. So, yeah, there's no political talk at all. You watch Rocky and Ron's show, Abnormal Realities, which airs on Odyssey Radio and other places now. That show, you don't hear a lick of politics over there. And if it even comes up, it comes up and it gets passed by. That's what we're really going to do with this show. And because I don't want to do it anymore. It's so old and there's so much of it out there. You want to find good political talk, you can go other places. Now, that's not to say if I don't think that there is a major event or something very important that needs to be talked about that I won't talk about it, that would be a misnomer, because I will. So Matthew Sainsbury says, well, when I come on virtually, I'll discuss a bit about the paranormal. I find Will R. Bird's life quite... Oh, Will Bird, yeah. He's talking about, the book I wrote, The Sword in the Clay, which is now completed. And we're going to be launching through Manitou Free Traders Press. That's our publishing company. It's a fledgling publishing company. This is the gentleman that financed putting this book together. And one of the things we said we could do is help him recover his ROI, his return on investment, as well as promote the new publishing effort. My friend who first introduced this story to me and said, you ought to do a book on this, the Will Bird story. He said, this friend of mine who's the financier of some of his books, he said, I'm trying to talk him into creating a publishing company for historical books like these. And so we talked to him, and I think we kind of convinced him that this might not be a bad thing for you to do. And I said, it doesn't have to be a big effort, put out 6 books a year or something. So what we're hoping to do by launching a Manitou Free Traders Press Kickstarter is to fund the publishing of this book, which I'm going to tell you this right now. He could publish this book. He's got the funds to do it. But what we want to do is show that there is interest out there in these books. And by doing that, we're going to put up this week, in the next few days, we'll have a Kickstarter up, which will primarily be something where you can come in and pre-order The Sword in the Clay. And that book is the primary thrust of the Kickstarter. But everything else goes into Manitou Free Traders Press. And which is a good thing. I think if he sees that the interest is out there for people to want to pre-purchase this book, for people to want to put money into that effort, I think he's going to be more impressed that it is a calling for him to really get into starting this publishing company so we can do books like this. So, hopefully that will be something that you will want to do. And I encourage you, if you want the book, there will be the book itself. I think the book is going to cost, books like these, I'm wondering if I've got one on my shelf right here that's of the same size and the same. It's a hardback book. It's going to be, I would say roughly, it's about 80 pages or so. It's square bound, so it's going to be not quite a half an inch thick, a little less than that, maybe 3/8 of an inch thick. Square bound, hardcover, full color, beautiful glossy papers. I think it's going to run between $26 and $30 for the book itself. That's the going market rate for those kinds of books. And so what the Kickstarter will reflect is, if you want to pre-order the book, here's how much you have to put in. And that will include, the pre-order of the book plus a shipping cost. This is what you get for putting money into this. You just pre-order the book. And then there's going to be other, levels where you can get, you pre-order the book, you get a t-shirt. You pre-order the book, you get where do you think we're going to get tumblers? By the way, this is John and Bree's company, John's company. He's trying to launch Trails End. We just did that for him yesterday. So, we'll do the tumblers like those. Here's the Spock one, just in case. That one's actually up over on the Tumblr website right now. But if this sounds like a big ad, it's not really an ad. Just kind of promoting what we're doing here. This is, and I think it's things you guys are interested in. As Matthew Sainsbury brought up, he's been looking into the book that I showed you all. This one right here. This was the basis. This was the basis for The Sword in the Clay. And this is Will Bird's book, Ghosts Have Warm Hands. Hi, Ellery. I will. Say hi to everybody. There's my little first grader. You go wake up Mom. Tell her to get over here and come and join us. She's
Mom
not going to
doesn't
join us?
wanna.
Thanks, Mom. So anyway, she doesn't wanna. So I don't know why she doesn't wanna anymore. She used to want to all the time. So Ghosts Have Warm Hands is Steve Bird's book. And it's about his World War I. There's Will Bird. That's Will Bird right there. The man who found the old Roman sword in the clay. And that's Will Bird and his brother.
She might come.
She might come. Okay, that's good. Steve or Matthew said that he'd been here. Don't block that. I know. Well, you're not in the right place for it. So it's a great book, and I know some of you have seen this before. Indulge me a bit. I'm just going to show you when we do the Kickstarter. I'm going to share my screen with you, and just kind of I think I am. Let's see. Share screen. Boom. All right. That's it. Share screen. And I'm going to go over here to, we're going to open up the PDF. You see that little thing bouncing in the corner? Maybe. There we go. Let's find it. The Sword in the Clay, the final book. Okay, here we go. No longer available. What did I do then? Here, we'll find it. Hang on. I got to make a payment to Adobe. That's what that window was. Let's see. Open. We'll find this for you. This is that's How to Be an Archaeologist, the Sword in the Clay. And if we go down here, we'll find the actual book. And we'll open her up. In the clay cover, book interior. That was as of the 10th. I think that's probably the, bear with me here. Interior, what date is on that? It's the 7th. That's the 10th. You see, I make revisions and all the time, revising. Let's try this one. I think this is the final. Okay. So what you're looking at there is the interior title page. I'm just going to give you a taste, once again, really quickly of what this book looks like. And so if we go down through, now you're looking at 2-page spreads. This is if you've got the book in front of you, open it up. So you flip the page from the title page. You have the inner title page. Then it goes to the legal stuff and my foreword. And we're still holding out for a foreword from someone kind of special. We'll see if it comes through or not. And then the book starts here. And you can see as we scroll through the book really quick, you can see the illustrations. You can see how it's laid out. And the book is take an actual typing or copier paper, 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. That's the actual dimension of the book. So there's Steve and Will Bird. And the story is Steve, of course, is that he is killed in action. And then Will goes in. There's then we go to the 2,000 years ago, the Abruzzo estate and the Abruzzo brothers, and they take the vow. And I'm just scrolling through this rather quickly. The Whisper in the Ear. This is Will Bird laying barbed wire at Vimy Ridge. And that's when the ghost of his brother appears to him. And this is really my illustration of the title of Will Bird's book, Ghosts Have Warm Hands. He was sleeping in the trench at Vimy Ridge, and a warm hand pulled on his right hand, then grabbed his other hand and pulled him up. And it was his brother, Steve, his ghost. Now, this isn't giving away the book. This is just one of the stories in the book. This is part of Will Bird's stories. And the little map of the fort of Julius Caesar on the Somme River in what is now Amiens, France. And, of course, the Roman camp, the Abruzzo boys. This is Indudio Maris, the Gallic chief, and who's fighting against this guy, Julius Caesar, who's trying to suppress all the Gauls. and in the Gallic Wars, which took place about 7-8 years worth of time. There's the Abruzzo brothers, and I've taken him and put him on the cover of the book now. And, of course, Amiens, France in 1917, 1918. And this is where Wilbur discovers the old sword, the 2,000-year-old Roman gladius, protruding out of the clay in one of the bombed-out craters from the German bombing in Amiens. And the acts of Indudio Maris. And this is the Abruzzo brothers planting a memorial with the sword of their brother Marius. And this is an actual photograph of the actual sword that he found, this piece right here. And that sword is, my dad is calling me, but hold on, guys. I'm just going to let him know. Hey, Dad, can I call you back? I'm doing a live radio show on YouTube right now. I'll call you. I'll call you back probably within the hour. See you later. Okay. I just wanted to let him know. So that sword, all I did is I added some filters on this to make it look more illustrative. But this is and I raised up all the blacks and the whites on it, and you can see how mottled it is, pockmarked. And it was in the ground for 2,000 years. And then this is what the sword would have looked like in its natural state, its new state. So that's the actual sword right there that Will Bird found in the ground at Amiens. And it's in the museum in Halifax. And then, of course, Marius Abruzzo and Will Bird. There you go. So I only show you that to say that this will be what the topic of the Kickstarter is going to be. And so we're going to show our financier that there is interest in these kinds of books. This kind of book is something that's going to be the focus of what we'll publish through Manitou Free Traders Press. Manitou Free Traders is his company. And he's the guy that did all the, I've shown them before, the Lewis and Clark action figures. That's one of the things he does, is his kind of side hobby. So there you go. Kickstarter will be out this week on that. So you can pre-order your book. And a lot of this is an effort to just say, this is the interest that's out there. And you can pre-order the books, and boom, boom, boom. There will be special categories of rewards, as they call them, over on Kickstarter. For if you can just pre-order the book and order at that level. Or if you put a little extra in toward the company to show your interest in this kind of thing, there will be extra things. The tumblers, the T-shirts, the hoodies, the prints. We will have signed prints of some of the illustrations from the book. So that'll give you an idea of what's going on there. But that, of course, at a much higher level. There's all kinds of things we've thought about, like stock cards, bookmarks, things like that. Just little bits and pieces of things that will make it worth your while to come on in and support that effort. So that's coming up. And maybe I can buy one and let Scully read it. Okay, thank you. Does she have a place to sit?
Yeah.
That's going to be Mom's place.
Too bad, too sad.
Oh, yeah. So, that's enough on all that. All the book stuff and all of that. That gives you, that's just a very big thing in my life right now. And, of course, I have also the archaeology book is going to come back into getting finished up. And that's going to be through Little Platinum Books, my friend Pete Arnold's company. And so Field Guy said he died long ago. Leslie, I'll let you know when it's ready for pre-order within a few days. So we'll have a link up that you can get to. So Here, why don't you not make so much noise over there and leave all that stuff alone? And kids, so know what you can do for Dad?
No.
Since I'm out of coffee, go put that in the microwave and hit number 1. Just warm it up for me, because I don't think I have any coffee left in the carafe. You know, it's getting to the point, it's probably an age thing or it's an overall tired thing, but my eyes always look tired. They always feel tired these days. I don't know if that's a being in my 60s thing or if it's just I need to sleep better. I don't know what it is. Exercise more, sleep better. So my eyes feel heavy and tired all the time, even after 2 cups of coffee. So, hey, beautiful. She's over there. I like that tank top. Let me see. She's cold. She's in a tank top and undies. She'll be here as soon as she is. Is it cold? Yeah, it's cold down here. So, Doug Stack slept real good last night. Well, that's good to hear, brother. Let's see. Matthew says, well, I found Will Bird's book interesting. He has another as we go on. He says that he saw his brother in Saskatchewan fields and then he vanished. Says, I hope I spelled it right. You're close enough. Yeah, it's a big Canadian province. That's actually one of the illustrations in the book. That was Will Bird when his brother had gone off to join the Canadian Expeditionary Forces at the beginning of World War I. Will wanted to join up too, and he couldn't because he had broken teeth from playing hockey. Thank you, baby. Have warm coffee now. And he had broken teeth, and so he was turned down. And he tried a couple of times and couldn't get in. And his brother Steve just told him, he said, you stay here, you take care of the family, and mom, and our brothers, and so on. And yes, what can I do for you?
Today we practiced because I had my Reyes on and you had this.
That's right. We will. And so Will Bird, when he was working in the fields, he was about 2,500 miles from home, which was Nova Scotia. He was out in Saskatchewan working in the wheat fields, and he saw one day his brother standing in the wheat fields in full uniform. It's what he thought was his brother at the moment. He thought his eyes were playing tricks on him. Was it somebody else? What in the world? But I think he pretty firmly got the grasp right away that this was abnormal. And I think it was within a day he got a telegram that his brother had been killed that day in action in Belgium or France. I can't remember where. And now it was very interesting that, hey, I'm going to have you go out of the screen. You go do something else right now.
I'm out of the screen.
You go do something else right now, okay? You're a little distracting over there. So I want you to just go off and do some other things. All right? You got a million things to do. That's enough. Okay. Bye. The constant battle. And so Will Bird, when he got this telegram, he immediately dropped all his tools out there and he went back east to Nova Scotia and he joined up. And they let him join. They said, get your teeth fixed and you can take your brother's place, which is what he did. And he joined the 42nd Battalion, which was later became affiliated with the Black Watch. They were the Scottish Regiment of Canada, the Highland Regiment of Canada. They weren't officially the Black Watch until after the war, which the Black Watch has been around for centuries and still is an active unit today. Yeah, that's the story there. And Will Byrd went on to write many books after World War I, which ended in 1918. He lived to 1983, I think, and he was 84 years old, something like that. And he passed away in 1983, but he had written many books, and his 2 books on World War I memoirs, one of them being Ghosts Have Warm Hands, which is what Matthew was referring to. Who lost a fingernail? Hey, Steph, it's snowing here. So, yep, some things are perky. It's -6 degrees here and 57 degrees in the downstairs where all the studio space is. So it doesn't warm up as much down here as we'd like it to. I got a little, you probably hear this. If I turn it off, that's my little desktop heater. So that keeps my fingers warm down here. And we can't get it very toasty down here without getting it 90 degrees upstairs. Go ahead. And so, yeah, it gets a little nibbly down here. I'm doing my best, Sky Falls. I'm staying warm. I had a nice sweater on. So, what's snow, asks Field Guy. Yeah, you don't get much down there in New Orleans. So, be careful with that. The child always thinks she needs to be right here when I'm broadcasting. If she's not crowding in, she's got to be 2 feet away, making noise and doing stuff. So, any of you watching the Super Bowl today? I'm not. I am not invested this year. I have no idea. I barely even know who's playing. So, I know it's the Bengals and what's that? Rainey said, I know who's playing. 2 football teams. Duh. She is on top of it. Just where we like her. So, yep, Matthew, the Bird brothers liked baseball too. Yeah. Field Guy boycotts the Super Bowl. Why are you boycotting the Super Bowl, Field Guy? And how effective is your boycott? I'm just curious. So go LSU, he says. Oh, yeah, it's the Bengals and who? The Rams? I think it's the Rams. The Bengals and the Rams.
I voted for Bengals.
So you voted for the Bengals? Okay. The Bengals are in the Super Bowl because Ellery voted for them.
No, for the school head bowl. The Super Bowl. You should actually listen to the child finish what she's saying before you just.
I'm broadcasting a radio show.
Whatever the hell you're doing.
I'm talking on the radio. Ooh, she touched me. She must be in love with me. So. Okay, good. She's coming, folks. She's coming.
Oh, sorry.
You messed up what hair I have left. Let's see. Show is the stuff Hunter B like to bury his face into for a good time. I have no idea what the hell you're talking about, brother. Oh, snow. Oh, I got it. Snow. Crack. There is my lovely, absolutely amazing, lovely wife, Rainey. How you doing this morning?
I feel hungover. Will you go let the dog in?
What were you drinking last night after you went to bed?
Obviously not enough of whatever.
So yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to get caffeinated.
And all right. Yeah, she went grocery shopping. As I told you, she was grocery shopping with the little kid till about 10:15 last night.
10:50 is when we pulled
10:50 they pulled in.
5-0.
So, who's taking off? Have a great day, Susie. Susie, see you later. Nice to see you.
Look, I gave myself a haircut. How do you think I did?
Look at that.
Anybody know how to get the blotchy lines out?
We got to send you to the salon. Get your salon stuff done.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Why is this blanket wet?
Uh-oh. Field Guy's Spank Bank showed up. What's that? Hey, Rainy, says Field Guy.
I can't see anything. Good morning.
This light is too bright.
So, how's the hyperinflation hitting your grocery budget?
Man, okay, you say that. My favorite rice, hibachi something. It's gluten-free, soy-free. I buy it so I don't have to make it.
The jasmine rice?
No.
Oh.
It's that refrigerator or freezer.
Oh,
rice
yeah.
$1.99. That's what I paid. It's gluten-free, soy-free. Yeah, $1.99. I'll buy it. Don't eat it often, but I like it. I couldn't find it for 3 months, and now that it's back in stores, instead of $1.99, it is $3.99. It's $3.99.
So $1.99. So basically
It doubled.
$2 to $4 in 3 months.
Yep.
So almost $8 for chocolate milk. $6 for chocolate milk, says Field Guy. Hey, Ryan Gale.
Yeah.
How you doing, brother? You just missed all the Manitou Free Traders Press talk. And hey, will you turn that off, please? Or go take it in another room because we're broadcasting here. Thank you.
Guy, milk here is.
Go take that in the other room or get a headset.
It was like $2.50 for a gallon of generic, and now it's like $3.46.
Yeah.
And then it was $4.99 for name brand milk, and now it's like $5 something. I don't know. Chocolate milk here, I think, is also it's the name price. If you go to Quick Trip, you can get it for $4.99 a gallon still.
Yeah.
They have the best chocolate milk.
There you go. I don't drink chocolate milk. I'm not a big chocolate milk fan.
Well, I spent last night on a half gallon of milk, $8.99.
$8.99 for a half gallon?
I did.
Oh, of chocolate milk?
Chocolate milk. But
well, that's she's got it in the glass bottle too, though.
It's that fresh made local.
Good fresh made local, squeezed out of the chocolate cows.
Yeah, squeezed out of the chocolate cow.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's better than just chocolate milk. And every now and then I buy it, and I bought it last night.
Well, I might have to try some of that expensive chocolate milk.
That's my chocolate milk.
I'll get a little Dixie cup and try it.
No.
So
if you're lucky, I might let you lick it off my lip.
Oh, I'll do that. I'm down for that. I get to lick the chocolate lip. And lick the chocolate milk off of her lip. Yeah, I'm in for that. She actually said to me yesterday when she was going shopping, they were taking off, and she always comes over. I was working over here, and she comes over, leans over to give me a kiss, to say I'll be back, and I kiss her, and she goes, "Wow, why are you always going for the big kiss?"
Yeah, he like mashes his face into my lips, and not to be like, I really haven't felt good. For
mashing my face into her lips. That's such a nice way to put it.
Probably a month, and I don't think I'm contagious with anything, but I don't want to get them sick. It's like, quit mashing your mouth into my mouth. I don't want to give you germs.
I don't care about the germs.
I know, but
I'm not a germaphobe.
Yeah, but
I'll take your germs.
I haven't felt good for a long time.
I know.
I don't want you to feel icky.
I feel icky all the time, so
what if it made
I
it
just
worse?
mask it well.
What if it made it worse?
What did Doug say that flashed awful? Spank Bank show. Oh, the Spank Bank comment Roger Rabbit was commenting on. If you ever want Louisiana peanut oil, get the Great Value peanut oil. It comes from the same factory. It's about $6 less per gallon. Yeah, we buy our peanut oil by the gallon in this household.
We're coconut oil people.
Yeah, Rainey's big coconut oil fan.
And I do the organic, whatever, not super pressed, refined shit. But I like the flavoring it gives. It gives just a little bit of flavoring. And we don't fry much but hash browns and eggs.
Matt Finn says, your germs are my germs, baby. Yeah, that's it, man. And by the way, I'm not that much bigger than Rainy. It's just this camera. See, if I come back here, I'm by her now. There you see. Our heads are
Now you're
roughly
making me
the
look
same.
really big. I do not have a bra on and I'm slouched in my stool.
Stand
so
up and prove it.
you're not going to see nothing.
Let's see. Hold on. Nope. There's not a bra there. I was just testing, not getting too frisky online.
All you have to do is touch up here. Oh, no straps.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They're up here, too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. See?
There you go.
There you go. And I can rub your back while giant. I was just noticing that. I'm looking at the monitor. My head's like huge, and Rainey's is tiny back there. So, and she's really just over my shoulder. This camera, I want to be able to replace the camera. I think it's starting to go. It gets really fuzzy sometimes.
Well, this computer, we just put it out there. This computer is from 2011.
This is 2017, this one.
This one? I thought
Yep.
this one was a 2011.
This is 2017.
Oh, well, it's just a piece of crap then.
It's just older. I bought this 2 years ago. Used. Do you remember the big switchover? Not even quite 2 years ago.
Yeah, I still think this is a 2011.
I think it's a Mac. Let's see about this Mac. We are, if I look at the system reports, software. This is it's an iMac Retina 5K 27-inch 2017. Boom.
I see 1983. This is an old fucker.
Something else. So just leave it to my surly, salty, sailory wife to come up with the F word for the first time today.
Right?
So
I'm not feeling well.
oh, I feel bad for you. So and let's see. Perhaps Scotty knows of the Nephilim because he himself is a Nephilim. That's probably it. Yeah, I'm probably a Nephilim. So, I don't know. I'm not tall enough. I need to be much taller. Hi, Lucy.
Right. Flynn might be.
Flynn might be. Yeah, Flynn's almost taller than Rainy now. Come on. Hi.
You can't see Stinky.
There's the puppy. I don't even want you on me. I don't want you on my lap. You shed. She can be in the same room and I'll be covered in white hair.
Somebody needs puppy loving.
Yeah. She wants to be fed. That's probably what that is.
She, last night, instead of sleeping between my legs,
Which is where I normally sleep.
Slept on a pile of pillows and blankets on the bed next to me, which was amazing because I could roll.
She's a crowd.
I could roll. I like to sleep on my stomach with one leg bent and the other leg over here. I got to move my legs around. I slept really good last night.
When you kicked me.
I didn't kick you.
Yes, you did.
Did I? I'd probably need you in the butt when I put my leg.
Maybe if you were in your own bed.
She is.
This is my bedroom.
Yeah.
Get on here. Come on.
It is her
So,
bedroom.
there you go. Did you ever see the picture of the Nephilim guy in Cairo, Egypt a few years back? I'm not sure if I saw that or not. So I'm 5'10"-ish, says Field Guy.
Nice.
I'm just under 6 feet. I used to be 6 feet and I'm not anymore. We've talked about that before. There was an interesting supernatural account at Mans between Belgium and France. It's called The Angels of Mons. It occurred when British soldiers were surrounded by Germans. Yeah, I heard something about that. So angels and ghosts and all of that stuff. So lots of good stuff. Leslie says, my daughter's dog sheds horribly. I sit on the couch with my black leggings. They look like fur leggings. That's it exactly.
Oh, I hate that. And I don't know if you're wearing the what the heck is the brand? The Zaya leggings. But the first time you put them on, they don't attract too much dog hair, but then you wash them. And the freaking dog hairs stick in.
I've got that big black sweater that I wear. It's got the big zipper down here.
This one holds hair. Too.
This one holds hair too. Yeah, look at that. This was brand new, spanking clean out of the wash this morning. And but I put that sweater on. It's all fake fabric. It's something I bought at Target. It's a big woolly looking sweater, and it's polyester. And nice and warm though. It holds the heat in. I could go outside without a coat in the wintertime with that thing, and it was fine. And I wear it almost every day. I put on a different shirt, and then I wear that thing over the top. But that thing clings to everything that exists, clings to it. And dog hair especially. So I can look down. I almost threw that on this morning. And I look at it, just caked, Leslie.
He came to help carry groceries in, and it was like, ew.
Yeah, and it's not dirty. It's just linty. It collects. It attracts lint and dog hair, of course. So there's that.
I've got my Zaya joggers on right now, and they are covered in dog hair.
Yeah. And the dog, a little tiny dog, you wouldn't think she'd shed that much. She sheds all flipping year long. You'd be the middle of the summer, she's shedding. The middle of winter, she's shedding.
I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go take some headache stuff here.
Okay.
I'll be in Mom's place for now.
There you go. So, it's exactly afternoon, boy. The days are flying. Yeah, boy, the days are flying. Ryan Gale, take the dog in for a cat. Trade the dog in for a cat. We got a cat, too.
Yeah, he leaves black hair.
He leaves black hair all around. That's Oscar the Black. You dreamt that Oscar died? Oscar will wake us up at 5 in the morning, meowing, wanting food. Feed me. Feed me. Feed me. Feed me. So. Okay, let Mom have her place back, please. Is it truly a family show? I guess it is. But there you go. So, what do all of you have to talk about? Remember, you can call into the show if you want to talk personally. Let me get that.
Want to hear about me?
Yeah, I do.
I've been messing around with my printer and doing stuff here. Look at this. Is not great, but I made this. Look at it's.
Oh yeah, that's my koozie she made.
An Edgar Allan Poe can koozie, cause why not?
Rainey gave me her koozie.
Yeah, I gave it to him.
Germs and everything.
Mine's out in the car. It's got a what is it? I can't even think.
There's the call-in link, folks, in the chat room.
I've got a T-Rex riding a unicorn on mine.
Yeah.
Pretty rainbow in the background. It's super cute.
Let's see. Roger Rabbit says, I have a pile of... What do you have a pile of?
I don't even know where it went.
I have a pile of pussy here. Want some? I'm talking cats here. Mind out of the gutter. Yeah, really. Yeah, my mind wouldn't have gone there if you hadn't have said that. Oh, we got Doug Stack. Let's add him to the stream.
How's it going?
Doug Stack, how you doing, brother?
Hey.
Pretty good. How are you?
See if we can get a little better picture here.
We're doing good. Well,
Make me mini.
The best layout. There, I hide Rainy when I do that. I don't want to do that.
here I can. I'll sit behind you.
There we go.
Like a good wife should.
Like a good wife should.
There you go. Nice.
No, the good wife sits on top of you.
What's going on?
How you doing, Skinny?
Oh, pretty good. Pretty good. A little bit tired from yesterday, but I'm alive.
Yeah? You're looking good these days, brother.
Yeah.
You've
Thank
lost.
you.
I think you've lost more. Let's see. No, I was going to say you weigh less than me right now, as a matter of fact.
There's no way.
I'm 266 pounds.
Oh,
So-
yeah. I do weigh less now.
Where are you at right now?
I'm in my driveway. I was driving around earlier. I had to go by the house that I tore down yesterday and get an estimate on what it's going to cost to haul it off.
Yeah.
You can't just use some gas and a match.
Oh, I wish, but it's too close to my shop.
Yeah, I guess. Now, is that on your property? Is that why
Yeah.
you're involved in? Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to get a loan from the bank, and they said even though that house is probably worth $5, I'd
Yeah.
I'd have to put flood insurance on that house. So he said, as long as there is no roof standing and no wall standing, I don't have to get insurance on there.
That's good. So just tear it down.
So
It
yesterday,
looked pretty damaged from the photos I saw.
oh yeah, well look, I thought it would be nice and easy to pull down, but that house is over 65 years old.
Sure.
So it had true 2x4s and very good walls. It was just leaning.
Yeah.
So it took a big old 3,500 diesel truck to pull half of it down.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say,
So-
can't you just put a Facebook listing out and have people just come by and grab your junk?
Well, look, they already started. I left it there yesterday. I went back this morning, and about a quarter of it is gone.
Nice. Put something out there that says take what you want. Maybe
There
they'll
you
come
go.
back and take more.
Yeah,
That's what
well,
we do.
I'm sure it's not in the best part of town, so they're taking everything that has any kind of value in it,
Yeah.
and so the estimate will be it'll come in under budget.
Yeah.
But yeah, I said if I talked to a couple of people around there, I said if you want to take it, go ahead and take it. I'm not worried about anything. So
That's good.
Nice.
Elderberry was talking about weight here. He says, Scotty, lose that weight and be healthier, please. Heart healthy. Yeah, I know. When I met her, I was like around 215. And 215, my welterweight. I wasn't toned and everything, but I was a lot better shape than I'm in now. And even now, I'm 266 pounds, and where I get it is the midsection. That's where it hits me. And so I'm not like some big blubbery behemoth or something, but I've got my pockets of blubber that I got to get rid of.
So this time last year when we met, Scotty,
Yep.
I
which
was
almost exactly a year ago.
Yeah, I was 356 pounds.
Wow. So you were
Today-
100 pounds on top of what I am now. So
Yeah, now I'm 238 pounds this morning, and
wow.
Okay.
I have to get a skin reduction because the
Sure.
midsection there's just too much skin for me to have, and
Yeah.
that costs $15,000. But I was talking to my doctor, and he said if you took that skin off now, you'd probably be at your goal weight, which is 200.
Wow.
That's awesome.
See,
So
now with the skin, if you're not, I don't think you're uncomfortable talking about this. With the skin weight, when you have that kind of weight loss, now is that as a direct result of the surgery and you lose it faster than normal?
Yeah.
Because I know skin has an elasticity that sometimes doesn't come back if you lose a lot of weight.
well, I'm down 190 pounds,
That's crazy.
and it's been since October 26th of 2020 that I'm down 190 pounds. So even if I did it the conventional way where I didn't lose so fast, I'd still need some reduction in skin,
Sure.
but it wouldn't be as drastic as what I do need.
Yeah.
And I'm just waiting to hear from the insurance company if they're going to cover it, because a lot of times when somebody loses so much skin or loses so much weight so fast, the skin hangs,
Yeah.
and it could cause health problems.
Sure.
So they're gonna
Sure.
they have
It's
to
not just cosmetic.
Yeah.
So
So they have to, review the whole case. You know how the insurance companies are. They
right.
don't want to pay anything out. They want to get paid, but not pay anything out. So,
Yep.
what I'm gonna do is I'm putting a little bit off to the side every month, and I'm working out a little bit harder on the upper body and the stomach section and the midsection.
We're on
This way,
the
when I have to go to the to get the reduction, it won't be as much.
That's good. And,
Yeah.
now, like for me with weight loss, I have to do. If I lose 40 pounds, I'd be a god practically. But you've got all this. What I found, though, is that my body is reapportioned because I don't exercise. I don't lift weights anymore, which I haven't done since before I knew her.
Yeah.
Just periods of time, but not on a routine of any kind. And your muscle weight turns to fat weight.
Mm-hmm.
You start to lose muscle mass. And so when I'm 266 now, as opposed to 220 when I had muscle weight, my body's apportioned very differently. So
Yeah. My wife tells me all the time, like my forearms used to be massive, as like they were solid as a rock, but they used to be massive. She told me the other day, man, your arms are so small. I probably lost half the mass in my arms.
yeah.
Now my forearms, they're still pretty strong, but I'm having the problem with the like the old ladies who lose weight, they get the bat wings.
Oh, the down here. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm starting to do that. I'm starting to get a lot of that. So what I started doing at work is when I'm not busy, I'll go in the office and put my hands on the desk and start doing dips.
Oh, nice.
To start.
So now that kind of body skin, when people get older, I know, like they say, skin loses its elasticity as you get older.
Yeah.
And then it just sags. So there's a question. Do you know, with the people that you work with, and maybe there's a lot of people out there that wonder the same thing, when you start getting signs of that kind of thing on your body, when you start picking up a couple of years, is that repairable without cosmetic surgery? Can you work out enough to counteract flabby skin or flappy skin?
I don't think you can get rid of it 100%, but you can tighten it up to where it doesn't look so bad.
Yep.
The only way to get it, skin tight, or very not flapping. Well, I don't know the term for it.
That works.
But to your 20s, the skin elasticity, that's gonna take either cosmetic surgery, or you're in the gym 24 hours a day, 7 days a
or
week.
You got to find a genie in a bottle. I'm holding out for that one.
Yeah, but you can tighten it up. You can tighten it up through just workout. But it's never gonna just go away. And like I said, unless you're in the gym 24/7, and nobody wants to be in there.
I think the key is to not let it get there in the first place. I mean, everybody's going to have it naturally to some extent. I see guys that have been in prime condition their whole lives, and they've got a little bit of that flab hanging because the body just does it.
If you look at Sylvester Stallone or Arnold Schwarzenegger, they're starting to and I'm sure they don't work out like they used to, but they still do work out.
Yep.
So it's gonna happen, even though that they were pumped up by steroids a little bit, but
right. Well, Sylvester Stallone, you see him nowadays, he's got a little man boob going on, but that's because he's old now.
He's old. He doesn't work out as hard. He can't work out as hard as he used to.
Is he
40
70
years.
yet?
I think he's I think he's in his early 70s.
Yeah. And Schwarzenegger pretty much the same. So
yeah.
They're older than me. So
I'm not.
Yeah, you're not. You're a young man.
Yeah, but I'm getting the Scotty disease. I'm shrinking.
Yes.
In height, I've lost about 2 inches because I had the compression fractures.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so I'm
That's
getting.
that's where my height went. I went from 6 foot. When I met Rainey, I was 6 foot tall. I'm
Mhm.
now like 6'11" and an eighth or something like that. And
Wow, you grew
when
a
I'm
foot.
standing as tall as I can, and I said, "Doc, where'd my height go?" He said, "Just spinal compression."
Hmm.
So
Well, I got the spinal compression fractures from that accident, but I'll never get that back. I'm
at
I'm
least
still taller. I'm still taller than my wife, and my kids, so I'm good with that.
that's good. Well, at least my wife still loves me. She just
Yeah.
makes me wear a shirt. Here, I got you this nice T-shirt.
Bought us matching sweatpants yesterday.
Yeah, she did. Matching sweatpants. Yeah, every now and then I get a hanker and I get up in the morning and I think, damn, I look pretty good for being out of shape today. You know, you look in the mirror and you go, oh, look at that. And I'll come out to Rainey. So I'm making coffee. Go, look. And she'll go, yeah, I want. She goes, oh, sexy.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
that's hot.
that's hot.
Well, Scotty, that's a combination of age and how long you've been together.
That's true. That's true. How long we've been together. She's just used to it now. Oh,
She's
yeah.
seen
Oh,
it
yeah.
so many times.
Yeah. So I'm gonna see if I can get a 6-pack by summer.
You better start
you
working damn hard.
you can get a 6-pack in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Just go down to the store.
Hop into the car and exactly. And so yeah, I've wondered that somebody my age who is out of shape like I am, if I get into shape, can I actually attain that more aesthetic level? Can I, even at my age, can I attain a 6-pack anymore? And I ask that question not because that's an active goal of mine, but can it be done? I don't know.
I don't know if it can be done, and I'm not saying you can't do it, but in order to get a 6-pack, you have to work extremely hard, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
got to work at it every day.
I got a book once about the, ab workouts for, in your middle age. And I'm past middle age now, really. When you hit 60, you're out of middle age, you're into something else. Not elderly yet, you're a tween. And but it can be done, but it's enormously difficult to do. You've got to spend hours a day in the gym.
Yeah.
The dog
Oh, and
food?
another thing I hate, you see this right here?
Yes.
This is
I
one of
got it.
those this is one of those things where it's like the what is it? The rooster's neck?
Yeah, turkey neck.
Turkey neck. That's driving me insane. That's why I normally don't keep my my beard this short
No, you
Yeah.
do not do that.
to
You
cover that up.
Stop now.
All right. You and I are going upstairs. We're gonna have a talk. I'm getting your.
The child is not doing what she's supposed to do. So, yeah, now that's the thing. And the only reason I think this is interesting talk for anybody at all is that we all have this going on. I know there's a lot of friends of mine that are my age that, see, I look at myself now in the monitor and I can see I'm in my 60s. I can see I'm aging. My face is aging. My body's aging. But I know there's a lot of friends of mine that are my age that I went to school with that look like, I look at them and I go, whoa, you look like my grandpa.
Yeah.
And, if I didn't have white hair, I suppose that would help a little bit. But I'm getting the craggy, not craggy, the old face. And so I see other people my age from high school, and I'm like, holy crap. Do I look as old as everybody else in high school?
Yes, you do.
So shut
I
up.
saw a meme the other day. It said, when did I get to the age of the old or why do old people look like my age or something?
Yeah.
Like that.
Why do old people look like my age now?
Yeah.
You
I'm
know
saying,
what I notice is a lot of women that I knew when I was, school age, high school, college, post, that, were gorgeous people, still are. But
mhm,
I see a lot of them that are short and round, and they cut their hair really short now because they don't want to take care of it. And it's not unattractive. It's just, I look at that and I go, that's the thing when I was a teenager, that's how you identified a grandma. Short, round,
mhm,
and she has her hair cut short.
yeah,
I'm not talking a nice bob or something. I mean, it's just cut short for utilitarian purposes to not have to deal with it anymore.
exactly.
That's why I love Rainey's hair. I hope she never cuts her hair short.
Oh,
But she's not old yet either.
when my wife cuts her hair short, I'm not happy with her for a while until it grows back.
Yeah. Yeah.
I chopped off about 5 inches yesterday.
Yeah.
5 inches?
Yep.
She
I
just
haven't
about,
had that
she
much
stands up
hair.
there. She'll stand up, get out of the shower, and her hair will almost cover her hoo-ha. It's long.
It almost did. It's not now.
Not now. Yeah.
The last
with
time I had 5 inches of hair, that was probably 30 years ago.
Nice.
I don't even know if my hair will grow after a certain point. It's funny. It's been
Mine
2 months
doesn't.
since I've had a haircut. And
Mine
I can
doesn't.
tell it only gets shaggy here anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mine
not
only
up here
gets to
anymore.
about 3/4 of an inch and it stops growing.
What does this say? Leslie says, Scotty, when you get old, it comes down to hair or getting outside. I'll take outside any day. There you go.
That's the truth.
I'm not criticizing short hair by any means. It was always seemed to be a landmark for older grandma types. You could
I
tell.
just don't like my wife with short hair because then she looks too much like her mom.
There you go. Well, see, now Rainey's mom has a full head of hair just like Rainey's. It's just white.
Mm-hmm.
And white and gray. And and keep in mind, I'm 4 years older than Rainey's mom. So Rainey's mom had her rather young, in her late teens, and I'm 20 years older than Rainey. So I'll always be older than Rainey. So she's starting to get little bits of gray hair and stuff in there, and flecks of silver. It looks classy on her. I don't know. Would you color that out, or would you?
Well, if I'm going to color it, you color it out. If you don't color it, then you just leave your hair go. But not to be like my thyroid issues and iron issues. My hair stays dark up here and then gets really light and icky down here. And I color it because otherwise I feel like I had a bad hair dye job. So I had dye it so it doesn't look so bad.
Well, I don't know if you saw pictures. My wife, she'll be 46 next month, and she went purple a couple months ago.
Yeah,
nice.
I think I saw that picture.
She'll be 46. I'll be 43 this year, and she probably looks about 20 years younger than I do.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Well, Rainey will be 42 this year, in a couple of months. So she's right about there with you guys. And,
yeah.
Does Steph say, I see some of the classmates of mine that were really pretty in high school, and I see them now, and I'm like, you look like 30 miles of bad road. And now I don't feel so bad about my looks anymore. I feel good. You look pretty good, Steph. And Rainey's the same way. I've seen pictures. I hope they're not listening. Some of her friends from high school and stuff on Facebook, and they look like old. It's like, do you take care of yourself at all? Some people, yes. Now, I don't take as best care of myself as I should, but I take some care of myself. Rainey takes really good care of herself, and but it shows out there. There are people that they just don't take care. It's like, I think forgetting, and maybe you can attest to this somewhat. I don't know how much of yours was genetic mixed with maybe just not paying attention. If you don't pay attention to your weight, it piles on and it packs on really quick. I got that kind of body type. If I ate without any regulation for a week, I'd be 15 pounds heavier next Sunday. So it could come on really easy.
Fortunately, I can't eat that much anymore. You know, I would like to sometimes, but at the same time, it's like, no, I'm glad I'm going down instead of up, because I'm about 20 pounds heavier than when I graduated high school now.
Nice.
And I was looking on Facebook the other day, and one of the hottest girls in class when I was in high school, man, she got hit hard. But it's a lot of she got addicted to pain pills and then other stuff,
Yeah.
and she blew up, and she probably looks about 65, 70 years old now.
Wow.
And it's like, man, she's a year older than me, but I said, man,
I got a good friend of mine from high school that was my closest friend in high school and all through college and for years, and we keep in touch. He's out in the Detroit area. And he looks pretty good. Now, he had a surgery too, a gastric intestinal surgery. I don't know what they call it exactly, but a couple of years ago, 3 years ago,
they call it a
shot
sleeve.
up.
Even they call it a sleeve, even though they take the stomach out. They call it a gastric sleeve.
Well, he had that done because he had punched up in recent years he was well over 350 pounds, maybe 400 pounds, and he looks pretty good right now, and he looks pretty young, which is he looks younger than me. He's 2 years older than me. He either has, I don't think he colors his hair. He wouldn't be that kind of guy, but he was kind of the light sandy blonde colored hair. He still has that, and in his beard, so he looks pretty good. So I think some of his genetics too. Rainey's got great genes, so.
They cost $80 at Target.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
Just about.
I got them for 24.
24. I go to Goodwill.
It'll be interesting to see how you look when you're 60.
I'm a taller person, so when I buy jeans, I wait till they're on sale and then I have to order them. So
yeah.
I know three pairs of the same jeans, all on sale for $24.
Well, I have to go to Goodwill now, because if I had to go buy new clothes all the time, I'd be broker than I am now.
Hell, I like buying new clothes, but we go to Goodwill all the time. And once I hit, was it 55 or was it 60? I started getting the 55. I got the senior citizens discount at Goodwill. She was like jumping through the roof. She was like, yes, we now get the Goodwill discount.
I don't really like to shop there now, though.
It's gotten too expensive.
They are getting expensive.
They cut out all their like half price days, their tag sales or whatever. And now when you bring stuff back to donate it in, you don't get 25% off coupons.
They I don't know if they have them around you. They have this place called the Ark. It's where mentally challenged people work, and it's like a Goodwill only, but they have like the old Goodwill prices. You know, people donate clothes to them, and they put the mentally, I don't want to get in trouble, but the mentally retarded, they put them to work. Nice. And they're the only ones in the store. You know, of course they have whoever's there watching them or whatever, but they work in that store and they actually get paid for it, which is a good thing, you know, because they have something to do.
Right.
Yeah. And you know, it like I said, it's used clothes, but it's, you know, some of them still have the tags on it.
Nice.
Yeah. Our Goodwill Goodwill used to be a place where it was there for people who didn't have any money. They could go and get stuff, household goods and clothes and shoes. And of course, it's all used for the most part.
Yeah.
And of course, now they've started buying up overstock stuff, but they charge you. It's like we go into Goodwill sometimes and I see like a floor lamp. And you go look at it and it's used It's been used, and you look at it, and they've got $69 marked on it. And you go,
Yeah,
69. I could buy that brand new somewhere else.
for 75.
Online. Yeah, for $6 more. Things like that.
We have different thrift stores. There's like People Loving People in our town, and then the next town over they have Two Fish, and that whatever at the thrift store supports the food shelf.
You got the Heritage Center.
The Heritage Center, they have a flea market. They call it a flea market, but it's a thrift store inside of a barn that they run during the spring to the fall, and that supports all their runnings.
No, like
and doings, yeah.
Like this chair, my new desk chair that I got a couple of months back.
Your gamer chair. My
gamer chair. It's nice, it's got the footstool that comes out, it reclines and all that, and goes up and down. It's a nice chair. I searched for a couple of weeks to find the right price. I found this one for like $80, $79, $80.
That's good.
On sale. And I thought that sold, and I grabbed it. We went over to the Goodwill, saw a different brand, but the same exact chair, built the same way. And it had something that plugged in with a USB on it, even might have been a heating pad or something on it. And they were charging $30 more than I paid for this brand new. And that was a used gaming chair. So,
well, we have this place. It's called Dirt Cheap. That what they do is they buy all the returns from like Target and Walmart and all that other stuff, and you purchase them for say half the price or and some of the stuff doesn't work. Some of the stuff is beyond repair. And I noticed a while back that they actually, what they do is they'll mark it up double and sell it for half price. So if you go to the regular stores, you could buy the same thing brand new for the same price.
Exactly. So anyway, so how's business going? How's the tire business?
It's slow right now, but that's because after the holidays, nobody was buying anything.
Sure.
But tax returns are coming up, so I'm pulling in a lot of I'm doing a lot of work at the shop to upgrade some stuff that I have over there, and I'm about to drop a few $1,000s on tires, so I have them in when they start coming in.
Yeah,
because
that's good.
Tires are a big business around our area, and while some of the people they do more business because they've been there longer, I'm still coming in a little bit under what they're charging. So, the people they'll start coming back.
Yes, that's good.
Oh yeah.
So, well, I'm glad you got that business going, and I hope it continues to go well for you.
Oh yeah.
And now that you've got rid of the old insurance problem on your property.
I'll be able to what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a concrete pad 20 by 20 to where they can go into the back of the building instead of off the street, because off the street I have like ditches on both sides, and it's only wide enough. A lot of people want to drive into the ditches, so
right.
I'm going to eliminate that. So
that's good.
Oh yeah.
Well, Douglas,
I'm in the hole a little bit, but I'm going to get out.
It's all part of being in business for your first year. So,
yep. All right.
Anyway, good to talk to you, brother. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you for having me. Have a great Sunday, guys.
Thanks for being here.
Too.
We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
All right. So, what time we got? It's 10:34. We've been going for an hour and a half. Unless anybody has something special to say.
I want to say I saw the Girl Scout cookie talk. I was going to say, for all you who buy Girl Scout cookies, it is a big freaking racket. Girl Scouts pretty much is just showing girls. I swear to God, this is my feeling. This is my feeling.
Lucy, no.
Girl Scouts is just raising girls so that when they grow up, they can sell everything for those MLM businesses.
Yeah, multi-level marketing.
Yep. But I don't know. We did Girl Scouts and we sold tons of cookies. I don't know that we ever got anything out of cookies, but
It's not that they're not good to eat.
yeah, they're good cookies.
It's that Girl Scouts exists for a cookie factory.
Yeah, it's turned into
So-
a cookie factory. It's not, I don't know. It's not anything like Cub Scouts is. You know, we're learning how to start fires and how to use a knife and tie knots and go camping.
Right,
and,
right.
you know, we didn't learn any of that in Girl Scouts. So if you see a Boy Scout or a Cub Scout or a girl in a Cub Scout uniform, go buy their popcorn. It might be kind of spendy, but their money goes a long way versus with Girl
Yeah.
Scouts. I didn't see really anything in return for selling cookies.
That's a good positive thing I've seen about. I wasn't all for the girls being able to join the Cub Scouts when it first started a few years ago, but it's turned out to be a really good thing, and it's a good thing for our girls. They're both in the Cub Scouts, so
Yeah, and like I know each kid needs to sell $1,500 of popcorn for the year. If they sell $1,500 for popcorn for the year, it pays for
everything pays
And
for all
we
their
don't-
camps, all their.
we don't have to pay fees out for anything, nothing for camp, nothing for the extras, and we're doing events, we're doing things at least once a month all year long, and we don't have to pay anything if we do our sales. In Girl Scouts, like I said, I don't know what we got out of Girl Scouts besides prepping to sell cookies, and we didn't do anything.
Yeah,
And that's not anything on the leaders. Girl Scouts was fun. It just wasn't Cub Scouts.
yeah, and they just do cooler stuff, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll feed you.
So as much as you want to buy those Girl Scout cookies, go ahead. But if you see Cub Scouts out there selling popcorn, and that happens around October, November, make sure you go buy from them.
And they sell wreaths and stuff too for Christmas.
Well, that's just
So,
our.
Oh, just ours.
Mhm.
That's not nationwide.
Not nationwide. They other places will pick up. Some places will sell pizzas or whatever. I don't know. Our Boy Scout troop sells Christmas trees, because when you do the Christmas trees and the wreaths, you get
Okay,
50%
all right.
of what you sell,
I need to have you get off my lap while we're doing the radio.
and that
'Cause
goes
you- because you
directly to
can't
their
sit
Scout
still.
accounts. Yeah, you're.
You can take the dog over there.
Anyways, that's my push for Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts.
There you go. Well, all right. Well, unless anybody has anything else. Oh, Leslie says, don't forget to mention their Trails End website is up year round.
It
That's
is.
right.
Yep.
That's right. So you can order popcorn and stuff all year long, I guess.
Yeah.
So over on Flynn's page.
I think it's just Ellie and Rowan's page up. I just have one page up, but all three kids are on the same one. But it transfers. We can transfer from pack to troop.
There you go. So there it is. So, folks, that's all we got for today. We're going to go on and do other things today now. And I miss doing radio. I miss you all on a daily basis, but that's going to be coming up soon again. And in the meantime, go over to OdysseyRadio.com, ODYSY radio.com. You can click on the player over there, and they've got a stream going. There's not all live shows over there anymore. They're rebuilding the whole station from ground up. You're going to have... what are you doing?
She's over there whining. She's hungry and wants food.
You can't see the dog down here. The dog is here just begging,
If you could hear
For me,
any high
she's
pitched
just
kind of
whining.
whines, she's whining for food.
wanting food. Because we starve her. You know, she's starving. They go. You can see her
His
paws
paws,
down
yeah.
there anyway. What? What do you need?
You big
Lucy.
baby.
What do you need? Here. Here's the tubby pug bulldog.
She's so hungry. Feed
Oh, yeah.
me. You can
Feed
tell-
me.
You can tell she needs food.
Yeah, oh yeah. What you doing, Stinky? Now I'll put her down. I'll be full of dog hair. Don't put your paw on my face. All right. I've only been telling her that for 5 years.
She's gonna bite in a second.
What do you need? You gonna bite? Gonna bite? Gonna bite? Gonna bite? She's a good dog. All right, I'm gonna put you down, Pudge.
She's, she's
Look at that.
She's a
Look at that.
scrub.
I am full of dog hair.
she's shedding.
Hairless cat.
She's not going to be hairless.
So go tune in over there. You can listen to 9 a.m., 9 p.m. every day throughout the week. You can hear new archives that are going up there. And that'll be my show schedule when it starts back up, too, as soon as the whole station is ready to roll. And and you can go over to the link that I pasted for you over at Spreaker. I'll put it in one more time so you can see it. It's right here. So you can go as this is brand new. As they get put in, you'll be able to see, listen to some of the archives are going in there right now. And we'll have the new shows once the new show starts. We'll be up there every day, too. So you can listen to them at will, so to speak. So that's all we got. Let's see. Low, not long. Blah, blah, blah. It's a shame when you find out how long friends go for a buck, Roger. So,
Talking about MLMs.
Oh, okay. There you go. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. We'll see you soon. And go catch the archives at Odyssey Radio and the Spreaker site. And watch for the Kickstarter for Manitou Free Press, which is going to help launch The Sword and the Clay and get your pre-orders on that book. So that's all. All right, guys. Thanks. We'll see you later. Appreciate you being here. And that's all we got for today.
Good seeing y'all.
Good seeing y'all.
Have a good day.
Bye.